Okay, so punta tayo dito sa effective stress in the zone of capillary rise. So pag sinabi natin capillary rise, yung pag-akyat ng tubig, no? Pag-akyat ng tubig. So kung ito yung groundwater table mo, so yung may tendency na aakyat yung tubig. Okay? So yung tawag doon is, yung tawag sa zone na to is zone of capillary. Okay? So pag ano, nagiging reverse yung, kasi yung formula na neutral stress is, di ba ganyan man yan? Yung dito is, yung height na yan, may sign convention yan, no? It is positive pag below groundwater table, and is taken as negative pag above groundwater table. So ito yung groundwater table mo. So dito yung tubig, no? Yan. Kung dito na point yung gusto mong makuha, so yung neutral stress mo is just ganyan, positive. Pero pag dito ka, bali may pag-akyat ng tubig, di ba? Kasi ito yung groundwater table mo eh. Tapos may pore water pressure dito. So ibig sabihin may capillary rise na nangyayari. So yung height mo dito is negative nung height niya, no? Kasi ito yung positive. So let's say ito naman yung positive HW. So yung mangyayari mo dito, that is just negative unit weight times height. Kaya ito yan. Okay? So the pore water pressure U at a point in a layer of soil fully saturated by capillary rise is equal to unit weight ng water times yung height nung height of the point under consideration measured from the groundwater table with atmospheric pressure taken as the datum. Okay, yun na yun. Yun sinabi ko kanina. So ito pag fully saturated, no? Pero pag partially saturated lang, so ibig sabihin may degree of saturation. So mag-add ka lang ng S over 100. So yung S dyan, yan yung degree of saturation in percent. So yan. So divide mo lang ng 100. Yun lang yung i-add mo dito, or parang nagiging multiplier niya pag partially saturated siya. Okay, so apply natin dito sa soil profile na to. So meron tayo ditong soil profile. Okay, so for a given soil profile, calculate and plot the variation of the total stress, the neutral stress, the effective stress with the depth. So note that the zone of capillary rise in the sand layer overlying clay. Okay, in this zone, the average degree of saturation and the moist unit weight are 60% and 17.6 kilonewton per cubic meter, respectively. So ito na yun, yung soil profile natin. So solve natin to. Okay, so makikita mo dito na may zone of capillary. So solve natin to. Okay, so project natin to. Project lang yan. Okay, so yan. So i-plot natin yung total stress. Plot natin yung neutral stress, and then i-plot natin yung effective stress. Okay, so punta tayo dito sa natural grid line. So automatic 0. kasi walang surcharge. So 0, 0, 0. Dito walang tubig, so 0. So 0 minus 0, 0. Okay. Hindi mo pwede i-minus yung 0 minus 0. So parang at least na yan. Okay. So next is yung dito. So above the capillary zone. So above tayo, yan yung point B, no? Above. Pag dito ka sa capillary zone, meron kang dalawang pressure na kukunin. Yung immediately above the capillary zone and yung just inside the capillary zone. So ganun. So kunin ko muna yan. So at 3 meter depth, okay, considering yung immediately above the capillary zone, okay, so meron yung total stress, no? Let's say total stress for point B. So we have dry, that is 16.5 times yung height niya na 3, and that is equal to 49.5. Yung neutral stress niyan, so since above ka na immediately, so 0. So yung total stress dyan is 49.5 minus 0, so therefore you have 49.5. So kPa. Then yung next na i-consider mo is just inside the capillary zone. So bali i-consider mo naman yung zone of capillary na. So ganun pa rin, yung total stress is meron kang 16.5 times yung height niya sa B, 3 pa rin, so we have 49.5 kPa. So dito na ngayon yung neutral stress na. So meron ka ng, since meron siyang degree of saturation na 60%, so negative nung, di ba yung formula S over 100 density of water times yung height, okay? So negative nung 60 out of 100, and then times lang natin ng 9.81, and then yung height nito is ito, okay, from groundwater table, di ba yan yung pagka-define ng formula, height of point under consideration measured from the groundwater table. So yun, so meron tayong 1, di ba, from groundwater table down dito sa point B we have 1, okay, so times 1. So therefore yung sagot nito is negative 5.88 kPa, and yung effective stress for point P at this point is you have 49.5 minus nung negative 5.88, okay. Therefore yung sagot nito is ilan yan? 55.38. Okay? We're right. Okay, so plot natin yan. Plot ko na yan. So, bali dito, from point B, meron na tayong 49.5. So, this is 49.5. So, the same lang man. So, okay na yan. Next is we have 0. So, dito, magze-0 siya. And then, pagdating niya dito, naging negative 5.88. So, ito yung negative 5.88. So, gaganyan na siya. No? 0 to 5.88. And then, dito magiging 55.38. So, yan. So, wait lang. Meron pa pala to. So, you have 49. And then, dumating siya sa 55.38. So, ganito yung magiging itsura. Okay? So, ganyan. Next is yung point C. Yan dito. So, at point C, yung total stress niya is we have a $16.5 times yung height nito. So, we have 3 plus 1. So, we have 4 plus, yung ito naman. So, meron tayo dito. We have 17.6 times yung height niya na 1. So, therefore, yung sagot nito is 67.1 kPa. And for the neutral stress, we have, since andito tayo sa groundwater table, so 0 lang yan, no? So, pag andyan ka sa interface ng groundwater table, automatic 0 yan, no? Kasi wala kang height ng water. So, yung effective stress is just 67.1 minus 0. So, we have 67.1 kPa. So, plot na natin to. So, we have 67.1 and then dito magiging 0. So, balik tayo sa ganyan. And then dito naging 67.1. So, ganyan na yung magiging plot niya. Next, at point D, so yung total stress at point D, we have a 16.5 times yung height niya na 3 plus 17.6 times yung height niya na 1 plus yung 18.9 total to, so ibig sabihin yung saturated yung kukunin ko times yung height niya na 3. So therefore we have 123.8. Okay, so for the neutral stress, so we have dito na, no? So from groundwater table patungo dito sa point D, so we have 9.81 times yung height niya na 3. Okay, 9.81 times 3, thus we have 29.43. So yung effective stress is difference lang nito, 123.8 minus 29.43. So therefore we have 94.37. Okay, so 94.37. So dito meron tayong 123.8, and then dito meron tayong 29.43, and then dito meron tayong 94.37. Okay. So ito na yung mga stress diagram natin. So ayan, no? So at least klaro na tayo dito sa effective stress. So that's it. So see you in the next video. Thank you.